कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेता यश्श्रेयः स्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं साधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम् देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्तिर्धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तया प्रहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधो नाभिधीयते प्रकृतेः क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः अहङ्कारविमूढात्मा कर्ताहम् इति मन्यते एवं परम्परा प्राप्तम् इमं राजर्षयो विदुः सकालनेह महता योगो नष्टः परन्तप परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय सम्भवामि युगे युगे जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नयति मामेति स्वार्जुन तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षयन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः ये हि संस्पर्शजा भोगा दुःखयोनय एव ते आद्य अन्तवन्तः कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधा भोक्तारां यज्ञतपसां सर्वलोकमहेश्वरं सुहृदं सर्वभूतानां ज्ञात्वा मां शान्तिमृच्छति योगीनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां समे युक्ततमो मतः हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So Anish Prabhu, you can tell devotees to join as early possible. Om Ajnanasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतुषे नमः हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So I बाजीगर भी नहीं है कोई. हरे कृष्णा. Okay, so devotees should open their videos and we request those who were offline yesterday, they should again come back offline. So we'll continue with our yesterday discussion. So yesterday we saw that how Lord Sri Krishna in this chapter of transcendental knowledge is explaining about different yagyas. So different yagyas are there according to different work, and work is there according to different modes. So the people are in different modes, so they have been assigned different work, and that work when we perform for the satisfaction of the Lord, that is called yagya. So there can be many yagyas. Yes, some names, yagya's names. You can have mic later. So nine is there. द्रव्यमय यज्ञ, तपोमय यज्ञ. You might learn because not you audible public. Then द्रव्यमय यज्ञ, तपोमय यज्ञ, ज्ञानमय यज्ञ. Yes. What is online?
स्वाध्याय यज्ञ.
Yes, स्वाध्याय यज्ञ. Correct.
तपोमय यज्ञ.
तपोमय यज्ञ. Yes.
योग यज्ञ.
योग यज्ञ. Yes. So like that, many yajnas, like brahmachari, he is also doing yajna of hearing, and grihasthas, they are also doing regulation of their senses. Then those who want to go to heavenly planet, they will do chaturmas yajna, and those who want to remain happy in this world, they will do some opening of dharmasala, opening of hospital, schools. So these kind of yajna they will do. So yajnas, if they do not do, anyone who is not doing yajna, he cannot be happy in this world and in the next. So then we saw that how nayam lokasti na paro. So in this world also, if you want happiness, prosperity, like dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So dharma, you can say dharma as a yajna. Yesterday we saw that how Krishna is saying dharma as yajna. So dharma as yajna. So if somebody does the yajna, then he gets dharma artha. What he will get? Natural prosperity he will get. And when you get natural prosperity, then next thing comes sense enjoyment. So you get sense enjoyment. So natural prosperity and sense enjoyment. So first Prabhupada says, first one should do the yajna, then he will get the necessity of life, then he will aspire for enjoyment, the higher thing. And then when one starts enjoying in this world in a regulated way, then surely this world is made in such a way that one realizes that I am not this body. And for that, we saw yesterday that the yajna has to be done with the knowledge. Knowledge has to be there. So if the knowledge of yajna, how it has to be done, and then in what consciousness it has to be done, and what the purpose of the yajna you want to achieve. So if somebody has the purpose of material benefit, then that his yajna performance is not very high quality. Same yajna we saw yesterday. Like somebody doing chaturmas yajna. Chaturmas yajna is generally meant for going to heavenly planet. But devotees, when they do, they don't do for going for heavenly planet. So they are doing to purify their mind and senses to practice bhakti properly. To control mind and senses. Because any yoga path, it is a bogus path if it is not having any method to control mind and senses. We can see in our Krishna consciousness, like any festival, we first fasting happens, then feasting happens. So feasting is basically to glorify the acharya, glorify the personality who is born, and fasting is to purify your senses. So both thing is for spiritual purpose. ऐसा नहीं कि we are fasting and then we are eating something non-prasad item, or we are eating which is not for recognized person, किसी के लिए है नहीं वो. See, this is a very nice setup of devotional service. Therefore, Krishna mentions in this chapter we are going to learn how in karma only sannyas is there. In karma only sannyas is there. So see, we are doing karma, but this karma itself is a sannyas. We are going to learn the next chapter. This is the way to sannyas. Like you are eating prasad, you are fasting, you are eating prasad, but both things are on higher platform. Even though we have the body, we have the needs, we have the sense enjoyment tendency, but still, because the purpose is so big that our small purpose is getting superimposed. ऐसा हो जा रहा है. It's like that. In fourth canto, Srila Prabhupada mentioned this comes as a when Chatus Kumar, when they come to meet Prithu Maharaj. So that time they were instructing Prithu Maharaj. So there is one very nice shloka. In the shloka, Karmashayam Udgatyanti. I am not remembering the shloka, but the shloka means that how all the karma granthi which a living entity has in his heart, it can be uprooted by the devotional service. So Prabhupada mentions in the purport very nice thing. Like the many rivers are there. So many rivers, when they till the time they don't meet the ocean, they show many waves. बहुत दिखाते हैं, उछल के जाएंगे, ऐसे करके जाएंगे. But when they come and meet into ocean, they have no value. Because then ocean waves, they will superimpose upon the reverse waves, whatever. So then he says, Prabhupada, when Guru's instructions or Guru's order or his mission is kept in pedestal of our consciousness, so then what happens? All our desires which were very much earlier wavering up and down, when they come into the big vast ocean and then the Guru's waves, dab jate pura. So Prabhupada said, this is the way to control our mind and senses. Somebody asked me, Prabhu, what do you mean by cooperation? Cooperation kaise karna hai? So see, to understand this analogy, when water is stagnated, and if you increase the water capacity, then it grows in this way. क्योंकि एक जगह पे इकट्ठा हुआ तालाब के अंदर, तो फिर ऐसे फैलने लगता है. Because there is no way to go ahead. In a pond, if you increase water, then it will spread out, overflow हो जाएगा. But when the same water, it is in the flowing way. So कितना भी पानी है सब लोग एक धारा में जाएंगे, correct? So this is the way to understand cooperation means. When all the streams of water have purpose to achieve, some goal to achieve, some Guru's mission to achieve, then all of them can nicely, flow, go ahead without overflooding the things. और इतने से डायरेक्शन में चले जाएंगे, सब कॉपरेट करके सब ऐसे कॉपरेशन चल रहा है, सबका फास्ट कॉपरेशन. बट व्हेन वी डोंट हैव एनीथिंग टू डू एंड वी वांट टू बी टुगेदर, देन व्हाट हैपेंस? ओवरफ्लड. ये प्रॉब्लम, वो प्रॉब्लम, हजार प्रॉब्लम. दिस इज द थिंग एक्चुअली. सो व्हेन वी डू नॉट हैव अ पर्पस aligned with the Guru's purpose, Krishna's purpose, then we cannot cooperate. We will overflood with our problems. सारे problems हमारे overflood करेंगे. We stagnate at one place. But when there is a purpose to achieve, we can take many examples here. Like Pandavas, so many differences of opinion. But what is the purpose? To please Krishna. Please Krishna. To fight the war. सब लोग साथ में हैं, है कि नहीं? All came together. Arjuna saying, I don't want to fight. Yudhishthira Maharaj also not wanting to fight. But no, Krishna wants to fight. Come together. We also have so many opinions, but the Guru wants, okay, come together. So at one place in one sannyasi, ISKCON sannyasi, he said to his disciples who were fighting, जितना fight करना fight करो, लेकिन प्रचार मत बंद करना. Don't close your preaching, because what happens when you preach to people and then the preached person comes to you and says, Prabhuji, I want to go to that temple. Can I go? What will you say? You cannot say no. If you say no, then you'll understand what Prabhuji is. They will jao. So then you will become broad-minded. What happens when we are put into preaching, which is the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? It is like a stream. ये stream में हम आ गए. When you are into a stream ना, then you don't worry about small problems. क्या चल रहा है इंस्टीट्यूट में, अपने लाइफ में क्या चल रहा है, उसके लाइफ में क्या चल रहा है. Otherwise, the main reason why the Gaudiya Math was closed, because the preaching was stopped. Therefore, Bhakti SHastri Maharaj said, I want to sell every marble of this temple. This बाग बाजार का जो मंदिर है उसका सब बेच दूंगा, और सब बेच के I will purchase a printing press, टेम्पल हॉल में डालूंगा और उसको प्रिंटिंग करूंगा बुक्स. So he was saying कि every marble, every brick of temple should be used for preaching. So, but the sannyasis in Gaudiya Math, they started developing the possessiveness attitude. कि ये मेरा कमरा ऐसा होना चाहिए, यहाँ पे हवा आ रहा है, यहाँ गंगा के सामने है, ये मेरा कमरा है. So they started fighting actually in Bagh Bazaar temple. कि we want this room for myself. I am a senior sannyasi. I have joined this Gaudiya Math before you. So now you give me that opportunity or privilege. So then he was not very happy. So in our mission also, therefore Prabhupada, before leaving the body, what he said, if you want to please me, try to cooperate in order to push forward the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this stream should be going on. In same things in our life also, when we are living as a devotees in a family or as a brahmacharis, anything, cooperation is only possible when you keep the purpose in goal, in mind. The purpose goal should be always there, where we are going ahead. Therefore, Prabhupada said, everybody can become guru. In one sense, he said, Jai Krishna Tattvaveta, say guru hai. Means guru means what? You will not simply sit and become guru. Nobody is going to become a disciple in modern times. You have to go and preach people, convince them, then you can become guru. It means you have to always keep going, your wheels, your legs moving always. Movement. हमेशा चेक करना पड़ेगा. तब जाके then you will find you will not be distracted by the Kali Yuga problems more. This is very important thing for discussion actually. Okay, but our things are going here. So in Kali Yuga, this is a age of hypocrisy and quarrel. When we are alone, we are duplicitous or hypocrite. When we are together, we fight. Because purpose is lost. So this thing can only be removed by Harirnama, Harirnameva Kevalam, Kalavanaste, Naste, Gatin Anyatha. Only Harinam. So Harinam means what? When the fourth shloka of Chaitanya Charitamrita, when he says, Kaviraj Goswami, that I give you benediction, or I pray that the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Anarvita Charim Chirad Karunaya Vartirna Kalo. For long time he has not given this love of God or this Madhuri Ujjval Rasa. He has not given to many people. Many people means not given only. Now he has come to this earthly planet, been born, appeared, and is giving to everyone without consideration of qualification, disqualification. So then he said, let that Sachinandana should reside in the Hriday Kandare. हृदय के एकदम डार्क, जहां पे हमारा अंधकार है हृदय में, वहां पे भगवान रिसाइड करे. तो मतलब क्या उसका? सचिनंदन इज फॉर व्हाट? संकीर्तन. So let Sankirtan happen in our offices, in our homes, in the dark places. So let Sachinandan, the glory of Lord Sachinandan, should spread. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's glory का मतलब क्या है? पृथ्वी चाचे नगर आदिग्राम सर्वत्र प्रचार हुए मोरे नाम, means Sankirtan basically. The Sankirtan. So if you want to do Sankirtan, you need to cooperate. You cannot do alone. I think we have got mail. I had Aisham ka mail. There is 30th ko kuch to RSS is doing some big Sankirtan 30 places in Pune. So he's written a mail. All of you should cooperate. I mean, Sankirtan is preaching. So Sankirtan, then we have to cooperate. Cooperation. So that's why the कलोदो से निधे राजन अस्ति एक महान गुना कीर्तनाद एव कृष्णस्य मुक्त संग परम व्रजेत. कीर्तनाद एव कृष्णस्य. So मुक्त संग परम व्रजेत means what? You will become free from the effect of Kali, the bad association of Kali, hypocrisy and quarrel or duplicitous nature. You will become free. How? कीर्तनाद एव कृष्णस्य. कृष्ण का कीर्तन संग में करेंगे, कॉपरेशन में करेंगे तो विल बिकम फ्री फ्रॉम दैट. दिस इज द वे टू मेंटेन कॉपरेशन इन स्मॉल सेक्ट ऑफ आवर फैमिलीज और इन अ बिग कंट्री लाइक इंडिया और द होल वर्ल्ड. इट इज सो इंपॉर्टेंट एक्चुअली. सो दिस इज द धर्म. So if people do yajna, we are learning here, or basically yajna is Harinam or Dharma, then they will be together, then there will be cooperation, then there will be no duplicitous nature, there will be no quarrel. तो फिर क्या होगा? सारा विश्व कुटुंब, वासुदेव कुटुंबकम. This is one country only, whole world. So that is what Prabhupada used to say. So the whole solution of modern time lies in spirituality basically, like material problems, spiritual solution. So some people are saying there should be material solution also. But we should understand material solution will not come unless there is spirituality. How? The Prabhupada writes in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita only, the material world is such a perplexed situation that the forest fire is created without notice and without any cause. You do not know why this forest fire is there. Means people are fighting, like Arjuna's family we can see. Unnecessary things are happening. They can also divide the kingdom and they can live peacefully, but it is not going to happen. वो बोले 5 गांव दे दो उनको, चुपचाप रहेंगे. वो भी देने को रेडी नहीं. क्या गलती किया उन्होंने पता नहीं. मीन्स यू कैन नॉट फाइंड द कॉज इन दिस वर्ल्ड. गलती क्या है, हमने क्या गलती किया है? वी आर सफरिंग. द मटीरियल वर्ल्ड इज लाइक दैट. सो देयरफॉर कृष्णा गिव्स अ सॉल्यूशन दैट until you understand that you are not this body or soul, this material perplexity cannot be solved. वो बॉडली प्लेटफॉर्म पे सॉल्व होने ही नहीं वाला है, भूल जाओ. Prabhupada has spoken many times in lectures and in his purports. People are trying to solve problems on material platform. But सबसे बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंस ये है कि of the fundamental basis of understanding ourselves and the whole world and the problem is we are not this body. First thing you have to understand. We are not this body. If this knowledge is not cultured, or if this knowledge is not practiced, and always we think that this problem is there, that problem is there, this problem is there. No. First, we have to culture this thing very nicely. We are not this body. Because any material problem you cannot remove only. वो एक के बाद दूसरा आता ही रहता है. जैसे you solve one problem with some material solution, then another problem will come. Don't we think in Dwapar Yuga many sufficiently intelligent people were there to solve problem? Ved Vyas खुद, भीष्म देव खुद थे, द्रोणाचार्य, भगवान कृष्ण खुद थे, अर्जुन पांडव सब खुद थे. क्या चाहिए अब? ये आता है श्लोक में, 9th chapter of 1st canto, भीष्मदेव section. Problem was existing. Even the Dhanurdhar Krishna, Arjuna was there And Krishna was there, Yudhishthir Maharaj was there, big धर्मराज है वहां पे खड़े, धनुर्धर है और धर्म के पिता भगवान है, फिर भी प्रॉब्लम है. So one thing we have to clearly understand, material world में प्रॉब्लम का solution नहीं है, उसको spiritual, first we have to come to spiritual level, then on that level you have to see the problems from that level. And those people who try to solve problems on material platform, actually they are foolish people. They actually do not solve problem. They make it more and more worse. That we learn from Srimad Bhagavatam. They make it more and more worse and worse. So like we have so many questions of our life. But just imagine if all people of the world, they learn this knowledge of the soul properly, then don't you think the problem will be solved? Many people will change their thought process, correct? But if you just teach some sectarianism, religion, or some sectarian thoughts, or some relative solutions, and which many people are thinking like that, atheism, because of atheism and too much material education, people are just caught up in their relatives thinking, ऐसी solution होगा, ऐसे होगा, ऐसे होना चाहिए. जैसे कोई गवर्नमेंट का प्रॉब्लम आता है तो दे चेंज करो गवर्नमेंट, 5 साल में दूसरा गवर्नमेंट लेके आओ. तो वो कौन सा, दैट इज वन डोंकी एंड ही वाज द बिगर डोंकी. सो देन डोंकीज की सभा बन रही है. इससे लाइक मेले में डोंकी को कोई खरीदता है ना, तो एक डोंकी खरीदता है, इस अरे अच्छा डोंकी नहीं है, एक और अच्छा डोंकी, लेकिन वो डोंकी है ना वो भी. सो एक डोंकी को बैठाया जा रहा है ऊपर. So we have to be very like somebody is getting attracted towards opposite sex. Somebody is getting attracted, like a male and female attraction is there. And this problem will never be solved unless that person comes to the spiritual status. Because see, to understand how you cannot solve the material problems, because material problems का वो nature ही वैसा है. Matter का attraction है ही, sense object और senses में attraction है ही. वो आप बोलोगे नहीं चाहिए मेरे को attraction, वो solve होगा ही नहीं. That will never be solved unless you give up your attachment to your senses and come to the spiritual platform. That's why in any case material solution is not a permanent solution, it's only a patch up. वो बस patch up है, solution है ही नहीं. तो जब तक कोई spiritual platform पे नहीं आ जाता, वो उसको देख ही नहीं पाएगा कि वो attraction है कि नहीं है. उसके otherwise उस समय तक वो क्या देखेगा, इस attraction and I don't want. So even if whatever solution you are finding in the world, that is solution for small time, again it will aggravate after some time. It will come. So that's why any material solution is not a solution. After some time it will be again broken, somebody will come, it will break it and again go ahead. So therefore our acharyas and Krishna says, you cannot solve, Arjuna, this problem of killing family. Nobody can solve. ये कौन सॉल्व कर सकता है? मटेरियली सॉल्व होगा ही नहीं, बिकॉज फैमिली के प्रति अटैचमेंट तो रहेगा ही रहेगा. कौन काट सकता है? नोबडी कैन कट until the time you have body. Like Kunti Maharani is saying, I am attached to my husband side, I am attached to my children side. Like अथ विश्वेश विश्वात्मा विश्वमूर्ति स्वकेशु में स्नेहपाशं छिन्दित दृढ़ं पांडुसु विष्णुसु. मैं पांडु के साइड से एक अटैच्ड हूँ और वृष्णि के साइड से अटैच्ड हूँ. मीन्स आई हैव कम फ्रॉम वृष्णि, मीन्स माय ब्रदर वाज वसुदेव एंड नाउ आई हैव बीन मैरिड टू पांडु. सो आई एम अटैच्ड टू बोथ फैमिली. वसुदेव के साइड से भी अटैचमेंट है, पांडु के साइड से भी अटैचमेंट है. सो आई एम caught up. So Krishna, दृढ़ पास, स्नेह पास को काट दो भगवान, इसको काट दो. तो Prabhupada writes there, cutting off this sneha pass means broadening the field of spiritual activity. Prabhupada writes basically. So devotee को क्यों प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है? वो तो devotee, pure devotee है, उनके फैमिली भी devotee है. तो Prabhupada says कि she is teaching us, she wants to serve Krishna more, free from bodily conception. But till the time we have bodies, that bodily conception remains. उसको काटना मुश्किल है. इसलिए कृष्ण उसको बोल रहे हैं कि तुम आत्मा के लेवल पे आ जाओ. अभी उसको सोल्यूशन है ही नहीं बॉडी लेवल पे. देयर इज नो सोल्यूशन at all on bodily level, no solution, because attachment will be there. That's why Arjuna wept after his son was killed. after hearing Bhagavad Gita. Because there is no solution. You cannot find solution. Because आत्मा मरता नहीं है और शरीर मरता है. अभी दोनों अपोजिट है. And you want to find a solution that शरीर मर भी रहा है फिर भी मैं रोऊं ना. It cannot possible है. If you are in the body and if you think that he is my son, you will weep. So that is why any material solution is not a permanent solution. And only solution is permanent is spiritual solution. So we should always understand this. So any attraction or repulsion or any solution will only come when we will situate ourselves on spiritual platform. So we saw yesterday this thing. After Krishna telling that any yajna, if it is not done in knowledge, it is useless. That is simply you are losing your wealth also, energy also, time also. But if you are doing any yajna with knowledge, what is the yajna, whom I am giving this sacrifice to, what is my goal, everything. So basically he says come to the transcendental knowledge. So by doing yajna, the best thing is to come to transcendental knowledge or do the yajna in the consciousness of transcendental knowledge, then that yajna is very nice. We have achieved the goal of yajna. So Draumaya yajna is not very high, but Jnanmaya yajna means doing the yajna with the jnana is good. Or Jnanmaya yajna is better than the Draumaya yajna, we can say. So now, so you can read. तद्विद्धे प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेशयन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः.
Just try to learn the truth by approaching the spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth.
Now Krishna here mentioned that from where to learn the yajna? You have to go to Guru, self-realized souls. So this shloka is so famous, Srila Prabhupada used to quote many times. Yes, you can read.
The path of spiritual realization is undoubtedly difficult. The Lord therefore advises us to approach a bona fide spiritual master in the line of the disciplic succession from the Lord himself. No one can be bona fide spiritual master without following this principle of disciplic succession. The Lord is the original spiritual master, and a person in the disciplic succession can convey the message of the Lord as it is to his disciple. No one can be spiritually realized by manufacturing his own process, as is the passion of the foolish pretenders. Bhagavatam 6.3.19 says, Dharma Sakshat Bhavad Pranita. The path of religion is directly enunciated by the Lord, Bhavad Pranita. Therefore, a mental speculation or dry arguments cannot help lead one to the right path. Nor by independent study of books of knowledge can one progress in spiritual life. One has to approach bona fide spiritual master to receive the knowledge. Such a spiritual master should be accepted in full surrender and knowledge. Such a spiritual master should be accepted in full surrender. One should serve the spiritual master like a menial servant without false prestige. Satisfaction of the self-realized spiritual master is the secret of advancement in spiritual life. Inquiries and submission constitute the proper combination for spiritual understanding.
Okay. So many very solid points Prabhupada is speaking here. So our process is very perfect, Krishna consciousness. So we directly, those who enter in Krishna consciousness, immediately they come to know, he is my facilitator, he is my mentor, then he is my counselor, then he is my guru. Immediately or after some time they come to know. So there is proper structure is there of training, guiding. But when you go to other religion, there is a question. Therefore they made a movie, there is no need of middleman. कौन सा movie था? Oh my God, I think. Yeah, PK. So movie was there जिसमें वो बोले कि there is no need of middleman, गुरु की जरूरत नहीं है. I and Krishna or myself and the Lord Shiva, no need of middleman. Not there. So here it is said middleman is required. Because Prabhupada mentions the satisfaction of self-realized spiritual master is the secret of advancement in spiritual life. Spiritual life is not a process of hard endeavor, and then result of our hard endeavor. No, यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत् प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादात् न गति कुतोऽपि ध्यायामस्तु अहं तस्य यशस्त्री संध्या वन्दे गुरोः श्री चरणारविन्दम्. This is the last stanza of Guru Astakam. So यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत् प्रसाद और गुरु पूजा also. श्री गुरु चरणा पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा बंधो मोहि सावधान हाते. Then he said that so Guru's charana is bhakti sadma, means you will get bhakti only there. It's not you will get bhakti in books, you will get bhakti somewhere, some in activity. No, it's basically surrender to Guru. The self-realized soul can teach us the real yagya, the real transcendental knowledge. That is what we are learning. So, if you see in Christianity or in Islam, why there is so much confusion? क्यों है? Proper guru ही नहीं. There is no proper guru. Who is proper guru? You go to like Radhanath Maharaj gives one lecture in Ohio, in America, when during his time when he was in America, when Maharaj did not come to Mumbai. So that time he was preaching in America in Ohio College. So then there he went and he wanted to take permission from the main chairman. So everybody said, so that college was a quite philosophical. So this person, the chairman, used to give lecture in all the departments, and very very stout, very strict, very critical person, and everybody would understand इससे permission लेना मुश्किल है. So सबको ऐसे निकालने के लिए बोलते थे, you go and take permission from chairman. So then Radhanath Maharaj and their team went to take permission from this person, and he used to speak on God, philosophy, full Christian. He was Christian. So Maharaj said many details, but this person, so he wanted discussing with Radhanath Maharaj and other devotees. A lot of discussion happened. So then he was about to be defeated. So then he said, okay, you all are also preaching about God, I am also preaching about God, better you come tomorrow, we'll discuss more. So then they went, and then again they came tomorrow. So his name was Mr. Maybe. Maybe, Professor Maybe. So this Professor Maybe was there. And then at last he said, you see, there is no God. There is no God. इतना लेक्चर देने के बाद बोल रहे हैं, there is no God. You understand? There is no God. So then Maharaj said, your name is Maybe. Maybe God is there. There is no God. I have realized this thing. There is no God actually. Now anyway you want to speak about him, because then Maharaj asked him, then why you speak about God? Because it's my profession. It's my profession. I have to speak. देखो ये कब की बात है? 1970s की बात. 70s means 80s or 70s like. He was a big professor, giving lecture in so many departments. Therefore, Prabhupada says कि when he was preaching that time in Western countries, so many churches were getting closed because people, they wanted to find solution to their questions or answers, but they were not finding the answers. They were simply understanding some goal. Like they will say that okay, after worshipping Jesus or worshipping Christ, you will go to heaven, you will enjoy there. And when they will ask some question, practical question, why some people are suffering in this world and some people are happy? Oh, that we cannot answer. You have to just accept that God is merciful on everyone. Just accept it. So they will not be able to answer. Like Kalakan Prabhu came recently, so he was also telling that he was also not happy with their answers. In a similar way, in India, there are so many brahmanas who just sit near deities. हाँ चलो चंदा लाओ, हाँ ठीक है मन्नत मांगो, हाँ क्या मांगना, हाँ हमको संतान हो जाए, हाँ ठीक है संतान हो जाएगा आपको, ये बांध लो, हाँ चलो रस्सी बांध दिए उसको यहाँ पे, चलो डोनेशन डालो, हाँ ठीक है टीका लगाओ, ये चंदा मत ले लो, हाँ चलो नेक्स्ट आदमी आओ. ये बोलते घंटी वाले पुजारी. So Bhakti SHastri Maharaj did not wanted pujari like Ghanti wale. Or fulfilling one ek ao. Where is the education of those people? He just like a shopkeeper, pay and take. Outside religion also same thing. Christianity same thing. Whatever sin you have done, pay some money, your sin will be forgiven, and again go and do sin. Where is the education? Education किधर है? In modern times also, okay, I was talking about religion. Let us come to education system, modern time. You pay money, no job. No job, no character, no culture. Why? Tadvidhi pranipatena. There is no guru. If there is no proper guru in any field, that field is a bogus field. चाहे modern education हो, चाहे religion हो, सब बेकार है. क्योंकि यहाँ पे लिखा है, self-realized soul has seen the truth, and satisfaction of such soul is a secret of advancement in spiritual life, and as well as also in understanding of the subjects what we are going for. If somebody wants to learn good sangeet, like some boy asked me, sir, I am not able to learn cricket, what I have to do? I think this was 10 years back. So I said, why you are doing hit and trail? Go to a proper coach, वो तुमको सिखा देगा. काम खत्म. या तो ये कि गली में खेलते रहो, hit and trail करते रहो. Still you cannot learn the best. But when you go to the self-realized person in cricket, he will teach you the best thing. This is the reality actually. Guru is required. But now what is happening? Even for swimming, they are having guru and they will ask, पैसा लाओ. तो अब ये बिजनेस चालू हो गया. गुरु का ये मतलब नहीं है कि पैसा पे गुरु मिलता है. So there now we go and preach in Bhagwan and some society. For everything there is a guru. सिलाई बुनाई करने के लिए भी गुरु है, वो पैसा लेता है. स्विमिंग के लिए गुरु, क्रिकेट के लिए गुरु. गुरु मीन्स कोच and he will charge money. भरतनाट्यम के लिए भी गुरु, सबके लिए गुरु. The guru is okay, but the thing is that when it becomes a commercial thing, then people lose faith. Guru means he should be selfless. Therefore mention a self-realized or selfless person basically. He can teach the knowledge properly. He cannot purchase knowledge and he cannot do business on knowledge. So Guru should not purchase knowledge from somebody, or some disciple should purchase knowledge from somebody. And then he also becomes Guru tomorrow and does business on knowledge. ऐसा नहीं होता actually. Means this is not correct thing to be done. Therefore the education department was always given to Brahmanas because they were selfless people. जितना आएगा मैनेज हो जाएगा. ज्ञान के ऊपर अगर कोई कमाता है तो ज्ञान की वैल्यू कम हो जाती है. इसीलिए आजकल प्रॉब्लम ये है. दिस इज अ मेन इशू because the knowledge has also become a vehicle of sense gratification. Knowledge should detach us from sense gratification, but it is now involving people more into sense gratification. The more we are advancing. Why? Because the knowledge is not taken from the self-realized soul. Like दूध अच्छा है, लेकिन एक ऐसे ग्लास में आप दूध पियो जिस ग्लास में पहले जहर रखा था. तो फिर क्या होगा? जल्दी मरेंगे हम. दूध पीने के बाद जल्दी मरेंगे. We'll die early because you are drinking the milk which was kept in the glass which was already poisoned. Therefore, Sanatana Goswami says na, अवैष्णवमुखोद्गीरं पूतं हरिकथामृतं श्रवणं नैव कर्तव्यं यथा चिष्टो यथा पयः सर्पो चिष्टो यथा पयः. मतलब सर्प उच्चिष्ट. तो अगर कोई दूध कितना ही पौष्टिक हो, अगर सर्प ने उसे छू दिया और उसे पियोगे तो आपको मौत आ जाएगी. So this is very important actually. Therefore Srila Prabhupada many places say if you hear from self-realized souls, then advancement is quite fast. So this self-realization is again a process, is a culture. It's not an abrupt thing. एक self-realized soul ऊपर से आएगा और आगे जाएगा और बाकी क्या करेंगे? No, it's again a process. Legacy should be there. एक self-realized soul दूसरे self-realized को produce करेगा, फिर तीसरा ऐसे. It's a legacy, should be legacy. Otherwise, what is the meaning of एक आएगा बाद ऊपर से महिषा क्या बोलते हैं ambassador will come and he has his own Gadi ambassador. He will go and then he will go away. And all people are simply watching kya ho raha hai. They should have also something to do in this world. So therefore it's mentioned that there is a process given by the self-realized soul, and by following that process, the later people, the succession also becomes pure. So this is important. So tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. So first thing one should do when one approaches Guru is pranipat. Pranipat means surrender. One should surrender. So like in beginning of Bhagavad Gita, what Prabhupada said in introduction, one should accept at least that Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead. Then you begin to understand Gita. If you have doubt in this also, then you cannot understand. In the similar way, when we approach a spiritual master, we cannot surely surrender with 100% faith because we do not know him. So, but at least he is a bona fide spiritual master. Let me hear from him. Let me begin with that. That much is okay. And then we can hear. But problem happens, see, there is sloka in Srimad Bhagavatam which says even a small amount or a small span of time somebody serves a sadhu or saintly person, he can attain a dridhamati means firm faith, firm intelligence, unwavering intelligence one can attain by a small service or a small amount of service or a small span of service. But if that service is with a doubt, we are going to learn, ahead is going to come. Doubt. क्या doubt है? ये तो बोलते हैं, दूसरे लोग भी बहुत बोलते हैं. जैसे one person said, आप लोग तो साधु हो ना प्रभु जी, आप तो बोलोगे ही. Taking casually. हाँ, taking casually. क्योंकि आप लोग साधु हो तो आप लोगों का तो काम ही वही है. It's like our profession is what? To practice spirituality and to speak spirituality. And what? Then I ask, what is your profession? God has produced you separately, or? आपको अलग बनाया क्या भगवान ने? या आप एंजॉय करो लाइफ को. सबका बॉडी में सेंसेस है, ऐसा नहीं कि कोई अलग है. यस, देयर कैन बी प्रैक्टिस एंड देयर कैन बी रियलाइजेशन सेपरेटली, बट द गोल शुड बी अंडरस्टूड ना. अब ऐसा नहीं कि साधुओं का गोल जम्मू कश्मीर है और बाकी का गोल कन्याकुमारी है. नो, एवरीबडी हैज टू पास दिस वर्ल्ड. नो हैप्पीनेस इन दिस वर्ल्ड. वन हैज टू अंडरस्टैंड द ट्रूथ. Yeah, one may not be at the level of practice, but at least understand the truth. That's why it's mentioned, have a faith. In earlier purports also we read that devotees have a faith that Krishna, whatever Krishna is speaking is truth. And I may not be able to follow, no problem, but what he is speaking is truth. So first we should accept that. We should not have doubt only, knowledge only. कि हाँ ये लोग तो बोलते ही हैं. तो आजकल क्यों बाकी बाबाओं का बहुत चल रहा है? Why? Because of this reason. Because too many babas have come on YouTube. And they are selling, some are selling free Radha Krishna pray. Like I wrote an article. It's appearing that there are many YouTube vendors, babas, they are freely selling the love of Radha and Krishna without consultants of Goswamis. The Goswamis, our Goswamis are given proper process of attaining Radha and Krishna love. But they are selling free. उनसे भी ज़्यादा ऊपर हो गए वो. चैतन्य महाप्रभु से भी ज़्यादा ऊपर हो गए वो. चैतन्य महाप्रभु के free coupon for entrance into Ras Leela by chanting Hare Krishna. And then our Goswamis taught us how to do that. And then Prabhupada made it more simple. And now somebody is coming from some sampradaya here and there and saying you can just chant Radhe Radhe and you'll go some place. And what about Vaidhi Marg, what about Raga Marg, वो समझना कैसे है? कुछ पता नहीं. और just लोग एकदम मौत की तरह, like a moth going into fire and just finishing the life. सब लोग हाँ क्या lecture देते हैं. And then somebody asks, what about the physical association of sadhus and understanding from mentor, counselor? There is no need. YouTube is there. Anytime switch on, switch off. जब चाहिए साधु चालू करो, जब चाहिए नहीं चाहिए बंद कर दो. काम खत्म. तो हम तो वही बन रहे हैं जो अमेरिकन्स बन रहे हैं. अमेरिकन्स का तो रिश्ता होता ही नहीं है. परिवार में भी नहीं होता तो कुत्ते रखने चालू कर देते है ना. तो अभी तो हम अपने घर में भी रिश्ते ठीक से नहीं रख पा रहे. अभी हम
पंचबिहारी संडे को हिंजेवाड़ी और सुबह इस्कॉन एनबीसीसी.
Somebody's truth is getting revealed here. So that's why I recommend come and sit in the offline class.
हम तो पहले से ही चाहते थे, किया ही नहीं है. तो ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट नहीं.
So all management happens together with our class. So please consider this seriously. Your fallacy in attending classes at your home. You cannot cross this Maya. You will fall in this Maya surely. So better come to Radha Vrindavan Yoga Maya temple where you can attend. So like that, okay. So you two was, so there is a need of association. That's why it's mentioned, go to Guru, surrender. कि YouTube पे surrender करेंगे क्या हम? किधर है surrender YouTube पे? तो जब switch off. And people, they don't want now to relate because in any relationship what happens, there is a need of selflessness. Any relationship. Faith only comes, we are going to learn. तो faith कब आता है? जब व्यक्ति इतना सेंस इंजॉयर है लाइफ में, तो उसके सेंसेस किसी में फेथ नहीं कर सकते. सेंस इंजॉय में फेथ नहीं कर, ये कभी इधर जाएगा, फिकल मंकी की तरह, मंकी. So that person cannot have faith. Therefore, Krishna going to mention, if your senses are not controlled, you cannot have faith also. मुश्किल है. श्रद्धावान लभते ज्ञानम तत्परा संयति इंद्रिय. श्रद्धावान से ज्ञान होगा, उसको इंद्रिय कंट्रोल होनी चाहिए. क्योंकि फेथ मतलब क्या है? लंबे समय तक विश्वास करना. विश्वास कब करेगा? जब उसको सेंसेस कंट्रोल होंगे. जैसे विश्वास उसका बढ़ता है, नहीं चाहिए, सेंसेस कंट्रोल नहीं है, ये अच्छा नहीं, वो अच्छा दिख रहा है, ये अच्छा दिख रहा है, ऐसा. फेथ गोज अवे. So faith is in the mode of goodness, sublime faith. So therefore, people, when they are not living their life with a proper regulation, so they cannot have faith in any sublime objects in the world. कुछ में नहीं होगा faith. कुछ समय के लिए रहेगा, निकल जाएगा faith. So that's why it's mentioned, one has to surrender to some guru and understand the knowledge properly. So first thing is surrender. Then second thing is come tat vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. So okay, and if so service to guru means hearing from him and following the instruction. That is service means hearing from guru and following the instruction. That is called vani seva, and vapu seva we know that is a personal service. So that is also there. But more than vapu seva, vani seva is given prominence. Because vapu seva can remain, vapu seva many times is sentimental, sentimental रहता है. ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं जिन्होंने कई बड़े बड़े महात्माओं की सेवा की है, लेकिन उनका कॉन्शियसनेस उतना ऊंचा नहीं हुआ है. Yeah, they may take some time to get free from this world. But again, it's not to minimize that seva, but it is said that more than that is vani seva. Because vani seva can bring you to your platform of Atma Tattva. And then going beyond is prema kumar tuman, means you can attain the love. But when you only do sentimental seva, then what happens? Many times we misjudge guru also. अभी यही तो हो रहा है. आज कोई गुरु है, बहुत एडवांस है, तो कई लोग अगले बार उसको भगवान बना देते हैं, क्योंकि उनसे कुछ सुनता नहीं है. अभी स्वामी स्वामीनारायण भगवान बना दिए. क्यों? सुना नहीं है उनसे किसी ने. Nobody hears from guru. Only my guru is supreme. My guru is supreme. So when we only serve sentimentally, then we fight also. कि मेरे महाराज तुम्हारे महाराज से ऊंचे हैं, और मैं भी ऊंचा हूं क्योंकि मैंने उनसे दीक्षा लिया है. गुरुगिरी. तो ये क्यों होता है? Because of too much prominence to vapu. हम उसको ज्यादा prominence देते कि vapu. No, it's not vapu. It's a vani. It's a teaching. Teaching is more important. Therefore, our is Shiksha Parampara. Again, it is a great discussion in up also. Diksha और Shiksha के ऊपर भी काफी discussion चल रहा है. Okay, we will not go into that. But just we have to understand that first is surrender, then we have to serve, and then ask questions. So these three things are mentioned. So service means again hearing. So first is surrender, accepting with the faith that whatever I am listening from a right person, and I should respect that person, and I should hear from him. And second is service means then hear and then follow, and then some problem will come, question. So this completes the whole process. Accept a guru, hear from guru, follow him, and then ask question. Again hear, follow, ask question. This is full complete process. So this is what mentioned here actually.
Like first thing is surrender. So, but more we ask question, more my answers get clarified. I am able to surrender more. तो वो मतलब वो कहाँ पे आता है? क्योंकि मैं सरेंडर कभी नहीं पाऊंगा तब तक जब तक मेरे अंदर के प्रश्न या चीजें सेटिस्फाइड नहीं होंगे.
No, that's why I mentioned, no, you cannot surrender at the first stage. I said na, your surrender increases. Actually, simple सी बात है. Surrender is not some commodity which you can sell from your side. No, you yourself do not know yourself. आपको पता नहीं. तो क्या होता है, when you practice your faith increases automatically. आपका खुद का faith है, शुरू में आपको faith नहीं था, उस समय you cannot give that much faith, जितना है उतना ही दोगे ना. अभी जब सेवा करोगे तो आपका faith और बढ़ेगा, and then you can again give more that faith, and more you serve, then again your faith will increase. It's an increasing thing. Nobody can say sell your faith, but I will say I don't have only. What I will sell? बेचूं क्या मैं? है ही नहीं तो बेचूं क्या? No, you are sold. Sell yourself. I don't know I am sold. What I can sell? तो जो चीज है ही नहीं क्या बेचोगे? हाँ, डाउट है तो क्वेश्चन पूछ लो. या ओके, there can be some doubts also, so that doubt gets clarified. If it is clarified, then that doubt nourishes our faith. If it becomes clarified, means clarification हो गया doubt का, then what happens, that nourishes our faith more. So then our faith increases more. Then again more service, then our faith increases more. Like that advancement happens. That's why bhakti path is श्रद्धा. ये पूरा जो पाथ है, अदो श्रद्धा तथा साधु संग भजन क्रिया अनर्थ निवृत्ति तत्वनिष्ठा रुचि तथा आसक्ति भाव प्रेम. So all this is increasing of श्रद्धा. It's increasing of श्रद्धा. चैतन्य प्रभु says श्रद्धा अनुसारी. इस श्रद्धा के हिसाब से हो रहा है. मतलब आप भगवान का सरेंडर कैसे कर रहे हो? श्रद्धा बढ़ने के साथ साथ. तो हाउ कैन इट हैपेंस फॉर गुरु? सेम थिंग है गुरु के लिए. तो गुरु के लिए भी आपका सरेंडर तभी बढ़ेगा जब आपका श्रद्धा बढ़ेगा. श्रद्धा कैसे बढ़ेगा? फॉलोइंग से बढ़ेगा. व्हेन यू हियर मोर, फॉलो मोर, देन योर श्रद्धा विल इंक्रीज. सो इफ व्हेन यू डोंट हैव ओनली, हाउ कैन यू गिव सम एनीथिंग? सो लाइक दैट एक्चुअली.
तो प्रभु जी फिर अर्जुन ने जब स्टार्टिंग में सरेंडर किया,
बट लास्ट में क्या बोल रहे हैं? नष्टो हम स्मृति लब्ध्वा. अब मैं जो भी बोलूंगा करूंगा. अगर कर दिया होता पूरा सरेंडर तो थर्ड चैप्टर में क्वेश्चन क्यों पूछ रहे हैं? कृष्ण बताओ मेरे को. पांचवें में दोबारा क्वेश्चन पूछा है, बताओ मेरे को. क्वेश्चन मीन्स डाउट इज देयर, एंड डाउट मीन्स लैकिंग सरेंडर इन वन सेंस. मीन्स दैट सरेंडर इज मोर वांट. कृष्ण इज वांटिंग मोर सरेंडर. नाउ आई विल क्लैरिफाई योर डाउट. नाउ सरेंडर मोर. नाउ आई विल क्लैरिफाई योर डाउट. सरेंडर मोर. लाइक दैट.
Surrender means कि at least surrender to hear. Like, that is what is meant initial.
Yes, surrender in the beginning means first accept that this is the right parampara, right guru, and I have checked that much, and then I should hear from him and follow him. Because unless you follow, you cannot remove your andhakar. Heart cleaning will not happen, and unless this heart is not clean, I will not be convinced. तो when conviction ही नहीं आएगा, faith ही नहीं, तो फिर faith कैसे बढ़ेगा? This is not possible. एवं प्रसन्न मनसो भगवत भक्ति योगतः भगवत तत्व विज्ञान मुक्त संगस्य जायते. ये आगे का श्लोक आता है, निष्ठा के आगे वाला. एवं प्रसन्न मनसो भगवत भक्ति योगतः, मतलब भगवत तत्व विज्ञानम. तो जो हम सुन रहे हैं भगवत तत्व विज्ञानम, अभी इट इज हेल्पिंग अस टू राइज अबव, बट इट इज नॉट फुली एंटरिंग इनसाइड आवर हार्ट. नो. That time when our mind becomes fully enlightened, that time Chit Shakti will directly come and reside in our heart. Chit Shakti means full knowledge potency, and that time you will be fully happy. उस समय surrender की मतलब एकदम full surrender.
It comes.
Yes, it is bestowed. It is not like अभी उजागर होगा, ऐसा नहीं. That Chit Shakti is sent by the Lord. Okay, now you go and reside in the heart of devotee. Then he becomes knowledgeable of his sarupa and other things. It's a given, na? It's not like attained. Attainment नहीं है. It's a given. It's a mercy. It's a bhakti is a path of grace. So right now we are warming up. Maintain. The more you practice, the more you will become perfect, and the more you get perfect, the more you can surrender. You cannot show perfection in premature stage. You cannot show. That's why we should not imitate. कि I can surrender like Tukaram Maharaj or I can surrender like Amrish Maharaj. You cannot do that. You don't have only. What you can do? है ही नहीं तो क्या करोगे? कि फोकट में कहीं खरीद के लाओगे क्या कहीं से डालने? नहीं. You have to gain first, attain that faith. Then you surrender that faith. With that faith, you surrender to Guru. So that's why many times people say you should not surrender in intelligence to Guru.
We should have little faith.
Little faith. With that faith.
And that faith will increase through association and knowledge.
Yes. Association, knowledge and practice. We have to practice. It is going to come. You have to practice. Without practice, Guru will not give initiation. He will say you have to practice, Baba. पहला होता है कि 16 माला करेंगे, हम कसम खाते हैं हम पूरे जीवन आजीवन 16 माला करेंगे और 4 नियम पालन करेंगे, कसम खाया है और अगले दिन ही जप करना बंद कर दिया, तो मतलब क्या है? So this is okay, it's a beginning, but with that much simply taking vow will not help you to follow as a system now. You have to associate with devotees. You have to do a lot of sevas. So आपका faith होगा बढ़ेगा तभी आप उसको भी follow कर पाओगे. ऐसे भी नहीं होता, नहीं तो कई लोग बोलते हैं हम 16 माला कर रहे हैं. एक व्यक्ति 20 साल से 4 माला पे है और वो बोलता है मैं इस भक्त से कनेक्टेड हूँ. तो मैंने बोला what is the use of your connection? Your fire is not only getting lit up. तुम्हारा लकड़ी अभी तो गीला है और तुम्हें समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि लकड़ी गीला है, आग क्यों लगा रहे हो, उसमें धुआं निकल रहा है. पहले तो लकड़ी पहले सूखा होना चाहिए तब आग लगेगा उसमें. सूखा मतलब क्या है? You cannot do bhakti and sense gratification together, and that's what Guru says you कि you are doing sense gratification, निकल के आओ वहाँ से. और because you don't take association of Vaishnavas and Gurus, that's why you don't advance, because लकड़ी हमेशा गीली रहती है, वो कभी उसमें आग लगेगा नहीं. कभी भक्ति का आग या कृष्णा कॉन्शियस फायर will not catch because it's a dam, वो गीला है, नहीं पकड़ेगा. So that is why we need association. All of us need association. And without association, bhakti is difficult. It's not it's a process of grace. It comes in association actually. Like I said, if somebody thinks that I can practice bhakti alone, it's like sowing the seed of rice in a winter season. ठंडी में भी क्या बोलते हैं उसको, शीत रहता है ना, शीत का पानी, तो उससे क्या राइस का उगेगा क्या? वो तो बहुत कम पानी है ना, लाइक अ ड्यू वाटर. अगर आपको राइस उगाना है तो गर्मी के सीजन में बोना पड़ेगा ताकि उसके बाद बारिश आता है, करेक्ट ना? तो somebody is thinking that I can advance in without association of devotees, it means sowing the seed in the winter season, राइस का सीड. तो it will not happen. तुम्हारे उतने कम पानी से, तुम्हारे भक्ति से तुम एडवांस नहीं होने वाले. तुमको भक्तों का संग चाहिए. तो वो बारिश का सीजन मतलब क्या है? When Krishna sees, so he is chanting, she is chanting, he is chanting, she is chanting. Oh, इतने लोग chanting कर रहे हैं. Then Krishna becomes obliged to give bhakti. The rain of bhakti falls, and then the seed of bhakti grows. पट 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 आगे बढ़ता है. That is the value of institution or association. Basically, we are coming together to hear. So that's why in association of devotees, Krishna becomes very happy seeing that they are cooperating to please him, and then Krishna showers the rain of mercy.
So if someone leaves Krishna consciousness, जैसे इतना सुनने के बाद भी अगर मान लीजिए लास्ट में बोल देता मैं नहीं लड़ूंगा, तो मतलब कि या तो नॉलेज एसोसिएशन या प्रैक्टिस किसी एक में दिक्कत है, because our
doubt is there, doubt.
So sometimes some devotees.
I will discuss that part. That is just coming in next shloka. ये सब faith के ऊपर आने वाला है. Let's go ahead. So okay. So this process we understood about surrendering to Guru. Then there is service to Guru. Service means hearing and following, and then comes questioning. So unless there is submission and service, inquiries from the learned spiritual master will not be effective. Okay. There is submission, service, and inquiries. Then what will happen? The learned, okay, unless there is submission and service, inquiries from learned spiritual master will not be effective. देखो क्या लिखा है? यानी inquiries कब आ रहा है? Third पे आ रहा है, correct? So there has to be submission and service. Right? So with submission and service, we should inquire from the spiritual master. One must be able to pass the test of his spiritual master. And when he sees the genuine desire of the disciple, he automatically blesses the disciple with a genuine spiritual understanding. You see, this comes. Genuine spiritual understanding comes when he sees the genuine desire of the disciple. Genuine desire. Therefore, Prabhupada says, Tasmat Guru Prapadyata Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam. Jigyasu should go to Guru. कि कोई भी टॉम डिक नहीं जाना चाहिए. हाँ, जिज्ञासु of spiritual knowledge. That I want to understand the spiritual truth in my life. Then for that purpose, Guru is there. Spiritual master is there. So the sincere desire, the genuine desire should be there. Yeah. Like one person said, we were doing Bhagavatam. So I think some lady is there who gives very good Bhagavatam in the YouTube. I don't know the name. So then the person said, आप उसकी तरह भागवत देना क्यों नहीं करते हो, ऐसे क्यों नहीं बोलते हो? तो वो लेडी मैंने बोला
जया किशोर,
हाँ किशोरी. तो I said, अरे तुम बोल क्या रहे हो, सोचो तो पहले क्या बोल रहे हो. First you understand whether she knows Bhagavatam or not first. मतलब proper गुरु है क्या पहले उसका कोई? First have a guru first. Without guru, how can somebody becomes a Bhagavatam speaker? Just because I am looking beautiful and I have good Vak Shakti and I can speak Bhagavatam. यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है? And people also are listening, and he is an old person. And he is saying कि so basically what we were doing, basically we were reading Bhagavatam and telling so he is saying don't speak shlokas, no need of speaking shlokas, just tell katha like that lady, एकदम nice katha. मैं बोला तुम कथा सुन के नरक जाओगे. प्रॉपर सुनो भागवतम क्या है. तो आई एम सेइंग it's not that world is lacking many preachers, but the thing is that the proper culture is not there. Proper culture of taking knowledge has been lost. अभी कृष्ण भगवत गीता क्यों पढ़ा रहे हैं अर्जुन को? गीता तो उसमें भी होगी ना बहुत सारी. प्रभुपाद भी तो बोले ना बहुत गीता है, तो गीता की कमी थोड़ी है. इसी तरह स्पीकर की भी कमी नहीं है, बहुत स्पीकर है, लेकिन परंपरा में बोलो तो अच्छा है. So be in parampara, then what happens? Then your knowledge will be beneficial for yourself and for others. Otherwise, what is the use? कोई भी आके बोल के जाएगा. So like that. So therefore, Prabhupada many times mentioned yes, 7 days Bhagavatam Katha or professional reciters. We should not hear from them. They are simply mean-minded people, and they are basically speaking Bhagavatam for name and fame. उनको क्या चाहिए? अभी हीरोइन गिरी करने से थोड़ा पैसा नहीं आ रहा या फेम नहीं आ रहा या कुछ और करने से नहीं आ रहा, तो चलो भागवतम बोलते हैं. ये नहीं तो वो बोलेंगे. अरे बोलो, मना नहीं है, बट एक्सेप्ट गुरु फर्स्ट. कम टू राइट परंपरा. सो इट्स नॉट अ क्वेश्चन दैट आप गलत कर रहे हो, लेकिन एक गुरु को तो एक्सेप्ट करो, प्रॉपर गुरु का, एंड इन परंपरा वी शुड एक्सेप्ट. देन इट इज ओके, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. सो इट्स लाइक दैट. सो पीपल दे डोंट अंडरस्टैंड that what is the parampara. So here is mentioned genuine spiritual understanding. In this verse, both blind following and absurd inquiries are condemned. What is the blind following? क्या होता है blind following?
बिना देखे कि whether they fall into any parampara or not.
हाँ, यही वाला same thing, blind following. Blind following. Oh, it's coming from Bhagavatam. Which canto? This canto. Who is speaking? नहीं वो तो वो बोल रहे हैं. Blind following मतलब checking नहीं करना, just follow करना. Like I say, any person who is not authorized person, when we hear from YouTube, just check about him. उसका successor कौन है आगे का, वो परंपरा में. उसका पीछे का कौन है, उसका कोई गुरु है क्या, परंपरा है क्या, पर चेक करो. It's not that any blind following will happen. कोई भी blind following will not take you to success path. No. So therefore, don't try to collect milk from the dairy of YouTube. Go to a proper milkman and collect the milk. Because in YouTube dairy, so many. आपको पता है dairy में क्या होता है? हर जगह milk. एक बार we were in Gurukul, so our cow she gave birth to new baby. So then we were thinking अभी वो दूध पीते नहीं है. I think 21 days पीते नहीं है दूध. कहीं पे 14 दिन नहीं पीते हैं. जैसी गाय बच्चा देती है, so 14 days you cannot drink that milk. उसका खरबस बनता है ना? खरबस भी कुछ दिन के बाद ही बनता है, आई थिंक आफ्टर सम डेज. सो देन वी वर थिंकिंग क्या करना इतने दूध का. 17 लीटर मिल्क वॉज कमिंग, 17-17 लीटर, बहुत मिल्क आ रहा. सो देन वी वेंट टू डेयरी एंड देन वी आस्क, ये दूध आपको चलेगा क्या? हाँ चलेगा, सब चलेगा. मैंने बताइए सब चलेगा. बोले अरे बाबा तो सबको वही पिलाएंगे. देखो ये डेयरी है. नाउ दे हैव स्टार्टेड गोट. अर्लियर काऊ को कल्चर होता था एंड देन काऊ यूज्ड टू गिव मिल्क, सो मेनी पीपल वर मिल्कमैन. गौशाला रखना, तो अभी काऊ को रखना बहुत मुश्किल हो रहा है. सो नाउ दे हैव स्टार्टेड कल्चरिंग द फार्म्स फॉर गोट एंड दे हैव मेड अ न्यू काइंड ऑफ गोट व्हिच कैन गिव 2 लीटर मिल्क. हाँ, और उसका फायदा भी हो जाता है, जब दूध खत्म तो उसको खट. So now they have started, now new thing has come up. So some people are thinking, let us do the business of this goat वाला, better than cow. काऊ को पालना ये सब इतना बहुत झंझट है. तो अब ये चालू हो गया. अब ये लोग भी डेयरी में जा रहे हैं दूध देने के लिए. तो YouTube का डेयरी ऐसा ही है. Go to proper milkman and take milk. Otherwise you will be drinking what milk we do not know.
हमें ये पता तो होना चाहिए ना कि we need to go and check उनका सक्सेसर कौन है या पहले वाला कौन है, प्रीडेसेसर कौन है. हमें वो नॉलेज नहीं है, राइट, कि मुझे ये चीज देखनी चाहिए. तो फिर तो लोग ऐसे ही.
So that's why so that knowledge also one has this responsibility to learn it from his father or from his previous guru. Somewhere he has to learn. So now we know that there is no knowledge now. So then we are learning in ISKCON, but outside this knowledge is not there. So that's why ये न केन प्रकार है ना, कहीं से भी आप सीखो, आपको नॉलेज चाहिए. जैसे किसी को डायमंड खरीदना है, अभी कोई वो गलत शॉप पे चला गया और खरीद के आ गया, तो अब गलती हुआ है उससे, और गलती का फिर निवारण क्या है? उसको सही जगह से लर्न करना पड़ेगा, हाउ टू फाइंड द राइट डायमंड. So in age of Kali, many Dhongi sadhus are also increasing, because Kali will not allow that pure message should spread everywhere. Kali will put many people who will make this message very impure. वो करेंगे वो, and then people will get confusion हो जाएगा ना, तुम भी वही बोल रहे हो, वो भी वही बोल रहे हैं, सेम ही तो है. पता नहीं लगेगा डिफरेंस क्या है, सेम ही तो है. वो बोलते हैं पूरा दिन सो जाओ, तुम बोलते पूरा दिन भक्ति करो, दोनों सेम ही लग रहा है. या कुछ वो ऐसा बोलेंगे तुमको 2 घंटे सोना है और तुम 6 घंटा बोलते सोने को, देखो कितना अच्छा है, 2 घंटा बोल रहा सोने को. तुम क्या कर रहे हो? What you are doing? Whether you are sleeping 2 hours, first tell. So Prabhupada did not tell 2 hours. There are many Babas, they may say 2 घंटे सोना है, 3 घंटे सोना है. अरे तुम सो सकते हो, तुम्हारा डिसाइपल थोड़ी सोएगा 3 घंटा, वो भी 6 घंटा चाहिए उसको सोने को, है ना. आफ्टर प्रैक्टिसिंग स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ फॉर सो मेनी इयर्स, वी आल्सो अंडरस्टैंड बॉडी को जवाब देना पड़ता है. बॉडी जवाब देने लगता है अगर आप 2 घंटे सोते हो, 3 घंटे, है ना. और कोई बाबा आके बोलते हैं कि आप 3 घंटे सो जाओ, कैसे पॉसिबल है? हाउ कैन इट बी पॉसिबल? यू कैन स्लीप बट अदर्स कैन नॉट डू. वो उस लेवल पे नहीं है. So we should understand that in Kali Yuga, too much austerity is not possible, because our bodies are how many years old? I used to say how many? 40 lakh year old body you are using. This is 40 lakh year old body. Means, this is I will tell technically how is it. I am giving different lecture actually. Hare Krishna, everybody is awake na? Hare Krishna?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes,
Okay, okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, just I will finish this point and then go ahead. Satyuga, this material element, its propensity or its power decreases. Bhautika cha bhavanam. So its physical potency and subtle potency decreases, this matter ka. Okay? So when the matter is rejuvenated in Satyuga, full-fledged matter, powerful, 1 lakh year one can live. And then as the age goes ahead, what happens? The power decreases. Then Satyuga, Dwapar, Treta, Kali. तो 43,20,000 साल का एज है ना पूरा, उसके बाद दोबारा से रिजुविनेट हो जाता है वो. ठीक है, तो अभी कौन सा चल रहा है हमारा? 4,32,000 बाकी है, 5,000 साल हुआ है, तो ऑलमोस्ट 40 lakh year old body you are using. You can understand in that way.
सब कंटेंट खत्म हो गई।
सब निकल गया है, तो 40 lakh old body आपको, और आप ऑस्टेरिटी करना चाहते हो प्रहलाद महाराज की तरह, उस पॉसिबल नहीं है, नहीं कर सकते, इतना ओल्ड बॉडी आपका, अंडरस्टैंड?
Hare Krishna. I called Babuji. He's joining.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Okay, Hare Krishna. Online devotees are able to hear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
इसको चालू
Yes,
करो.
yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, we'll go ahead. So our body cannot do that much austerity. Not only should one hear submissively from a spiritual master, but one must also get a clear understanding from him in submission and service and inquiries. A bona fide spiritual master is by nature very kind towards disciple. Therefore, when the student is submissive and always ready to render service, the reciprocation of knowledge and inquiry become perfect. So, when it is mentioned the absurd inquiry we should not do. Absurd inquiry means when something is like when this who was the disciple of Madhavan Puri
ईश्वर पूरी।
and another Ramchandra.
Ramachandra.
Ramchandra Puri, when he said to Madhavan Puri that why don't you meditate on Brahman? Why are you crying so much? Fix up your mind. We are leaving the body right now, so you should not be disturbed at that time. Just fix up your mind in Brahman. So he was weeping and crying for Krishna, love of Krishna. But so if somebody asks such questions or says to a spiritual master like that, then that is absurd thing. Have you not heard in परंपरा कि ब्रह्मन सुप्रीम है कि भगवान सुप्रीम? सुना नहीं है क्या तुमने? इसलिए प्रभुपाद कई बार डांटते थे. Are you not reading my books? What I have written? Prabhupada used to say, डांटते थे प्रभुपाद, absurd inquiry. You are making absurd inquiry. So if somebody says that, do I need a guru? If you ask Prabhupada, what is this? I'm not reading my books. Absurd inquiry. मतलब कोई
One time in Radhanath Maharaj's class, someone asked, so many people were living in Dwarka. What was the clearing? Clear को कैसे जाते थे? How used to they manage? This is after.
absurd inquiry.
Facility क्या था?
Absurd inquiry, correct. Nice example. So Prabhu is saying कि online they could not hear. Then in Dwarka, how people used to go for nature call. So many people used to live because they were all where samudra. Maharaj said absurd inquiry. So correct, absurd inquiry. You should use this inquiry because this is not the thing we have to look for. Like Prabhupada says that you go to moon and after going to moon you are looking for where Russia. Russia किधर है? अरे मून पे जाके भी रशिया याद आ रहा है तुमको? ये absurd है actually. One point is that a vulture goes up and then looks for dead body. So its mentality is like a dead only. Even if it's going high also looking for dead bodies. किधर dead body खाने के लिए. So in spiritual life such things should not happen, that our focus is lost and we are looking for some small petty things in our life. And then we are asking the Guru same thing. ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? वैसा क्यों हो रहा है? Like somebody asked question to Guru. After attending Mangal Aarti, did I become happy? After attending 10 years of Mangal Aarti, did I become happy? So the Guru says, absurd inquiry. What is this? After chanting for so many years, did I get Krishna Prem? Now, in what consciousness one is asking? One thing is to ask कि how to get, we are chanting for so many years, but did I get Krishna? Means doubt वहीं पे चालू हो गया. तो ये absurd inquiry. Your inquiry is not correct.
So is to challenge rather than getting it regular.
Yes.
How he also.
Correct. So there should not be absurd inquiry in our life for petty things or doubting on our eternal process, our eternal identity. So this should not be there. This is like asking with a challenging attitude. This is again absurd inquiries. So not only should one hear submissively from, but one should also get a clear understanding. So clear understanding, there is no problem one should get. In submission, service and from him in submission, service and inquiry. Let us go ahead. यज्ञात्वा न पुनर्मोहम् एवं यास्यसि पांडव येन भूतान्यशेषाणि द्रक्ष्यस्यात्मन्यथो मत्मयि आत्मयि अथोमयि. Yes, आत्मन्य अथोमयि. Yes, go ahead, one of you.
Having obtained real knowledge from a self-realized soul, you will never fall again into such illusion. For by this knowledge, you will see that all living beings are but part of the Supreme, or in other words, they are mine.
Yes, gyatva na punarmoham. Again, punarmoham will not happen. What gyatva? When you learn from the self-realized soul, the punarmoham will not happen. Evam yasyasi pandava. Okay. Yena bhutani asheshani. Then next thing what will happen? You will see all the living entities, all the asheshani, bhutani, atmani, athomai. They are all related with me. They are all connected with me. You will not see separate from me. So two things are always important. One thing is to realize oneself. Other thing is to see everyone in connection with Krishna. This is very important. One thing is to realize oneself that I am a servant of Krishna. Another thing, how to see others in relationship with Krishna. These both things are important. So that's why Krishna is mentioning here. You will never go into moha, you will know yourself. Who are you? I am a servant of Krishna. And you will also see others in connection with me. That's why one can become free from illusion in this world. They are mine. So So Mayavadi Prabhupada explains about the Mayavadi secret. For the want of sufficient knowledge in the absolute science, we are now covered with illusion, and therefore we think that we are separate from Krishna. Although we are separated part of Krishna, we are nevertheless not different from him. The bodily difference of living entity is Maya, not actual fact. We are all meant to satisfy Krishna. By Maya alone, Arjuna thought that the temporary bodily relationship with his kinsman was more important than his eternal spiritual relationship with Krishna. The whole teaching of Bhagavad Gita is targeted towards this end, that the living being as Krishna's eternal servitor cannot be separated from Krishna, and his sense of being an identity apart from Krishna is called Maya. So we can never be separated from Krishna in any time, in any place, in any way. So whatever separation we are seeing, that is Maya. That's why this preaching or this knowledge can be preached with a boldness. कोई बोल सकता है कि I am not seeing Krishna, I am not feeling love for Krishna. Then how can you say that we are connected to Krishna? No. Even if you are not feeling, not seeing, no problem. But you have faith. Faith is higher than your actual existence. Faith is higher than that. And if you have faith, you will achieve that stage tomorrow.
Faith comes from Sukriti.
Yeah, we'll learn. Association and association of devotees. Sukriti is one thing, it's an initial faith, Sukriti. But service to great spiritual teachers, spiritual master, saintly souls, and then control of the mind and senses. It's going to come how one gains the faith also. So basically these are things, association of the devotees, service to great souls, and control of the mind and senses. These are some things by which one can get faith, reading scriptures also. So okay, so faith, so it is said that yasya deve para bhakti yatha deve tatha guru tatseve kathita hai arthat prakasante mahatmana. So everything will be revealed in your heart when you have faith in spiritual master and Supreme Lord. Mukam karoti vachanam pangu langayate girim yat kripatam vande si guru din tarinam. So I cannot speak, I cannot walk. But if you have faith, you can do it. Correct? So faith can take you beyond your limitations. It's possible. But the faith should be in the higher truths. Faith भी ऊंचा होना चाहिए, यानी faith नीचे है. Faith नीचे नहीं होना चाहिए. Now, if people have faith in sense gratification, even after so many disheartening failures, I can still enjoy. कई लोगों को faith होता है ना? If you can make it, if you have will, there's a way. Work hard, get your way. Failure is when you don't try. ऐसे बहुत सारे statements हैं, है ना? Somebody said that if you want to know how much happy you are, then you just count how many things you have which money cannot buy. Then some other philosophers say, "Arey, those people who say like this, they have never tasted money. That's why they say like that." तो यहाँ फिलोसफर का झगड़ा होता रहता है. एक फिलोसफर ये बोलते हैं. So surely we never say like that. You count how many blessings you or things you have, what money cannot buy. Because even our basic things with which we enjoy, we need money for that. Correct, na? So this statement is not fully correct. Because what makes you happy is not money or having money or losing money. Any material thing, whether you have it or you don't have it, it is not the definition for your happiness. Simple. And whatever happiness we are assuming because of that or because of absence of that is again illusion. वो illusion ही है. तो क्योंकि you are not enjoying your own treasure of happiness, which is not material. Your happiness is in spirituality basically. So if you have that spirituality, you don't need money, or even if you have, you utilize it for the right purpose. Correct? तो मनी का क्वेश्चन ही नहीं आता है. मटीरियल चीज जब तक आप स्पिरिचुअल पर्सपेक्टिव में देखते नहीं हो, so then main time you make a definition that it should be not there with me. नहीं तो बहुत ट्रबल होगा। मेन टाइम वी मेक लाइक ना स्टेटमेंट, बहुत सारे फिलोसफर ऐसे ही बोलते हैं, डिटैचमेंट का फिलोसफी बनाएंगे, कोई अटैचमेंट का फिलोसफी बनाएगा, बोलेगा एंजॉय करके देखो आपने मजा नहीं किया है और कोई बोलेगा एंजॉय में कुछ मजा नहीं है, सब छोड़ दो। तो ये भोग और त्याग में चलता रहता है इन लोगों का। लेकिन राइट नॉलेज इज नीदर यू आर भोगी नॉर त्यागी, यू आर सेवक, सेवक, कृष्ण सेवक। So you have to utilize the thing in seva. So there is no question of bondage by the object of senses or object of this world if you are seeing everything in relationship with Krishna. There is no question of saying that money will create bondage or not create bondage. You have to utilize money proper way. We cannot get rid of money because we are surrounded with money. अरे हम भगवान के बेटे हैं तो लक्ष्मी भी साथ में है ना, भगवान थोड़ी अकेले भीख मांग रहे हैं He is a Lakshmipati and we are son of Lakshmipati. Yeah. So we have to see in that way connection. Okay. So here it's mentioned that Maya, so we can preach boldly that even though you may not realize that, or you may not have that realization that you are not this body, but you have a faith in the words of a spiritual master, in the words of Guru, in the words of Supreme Lord Krishna. And even if you leave your body with that faith, that will take you to a higher destination. But अगर आप रोते रहो मेरे को तो पता ही नहीं मैं कौन हूँ, let me get attached to family, let me get attached to the world, because anyway I do not know. So this is called, people sometimes they want to live their life with experience. Never try to live your life only based on experience, but try to live based on knowledge and faith. आजकल का संसार क्या होता है? आजकल का संसार है world of experience. I want to experience before I accept anything. Experience दो मेरे को, हर एक चीज में एक्सपीरियंस चाहिए लोग। अभी कोई भी क्लास ले लो, आपका क्लास अच्छा नहीं है, तो क्लास अच्छा नहीं है मतलब क्या है? तुमको मैं एक्सपीरियंस नहीं दे पा रहा हूं, अच्छा वो बात बोलो, बट नॉलेज तो बराबर है ना। सो एक्सपीरियंस कैन नॉट ऑथेंटिकेट द नॉलेज, इट कैन ऑथेंटिकेट द प्रोसेस ऑफ द नॉलेज, दैट इज ओके, कि हाउ द नॉलेज इज परसीव्ड बाय अनदर पर्सन, उसको अच्छा लगा कि नहीं लगा, बट नॉलेज तो सही है ना, तत्व तो सही है, आत्मा आत्मा है, परमात्मा परमात्मा है। बट पीपल वांट टू ऑथेंटिकेट नॉलेज ओनली थ्रू एक्सपीरियंस, कि आपका नॉलेज अच्छा नहीं है, जाओ, ये गड़बड़ है। तो वी शुड ऑलवेज डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन एक्सपीरियंस। सी, इफ समबडी इज अ नॉलेजेबल पर्सन and he gets experience, so then that experience will help him to get more conviction in knowledge. But the knowledge itself is perfect. Therefore Prabhupada says Brahmana does not require any experience to understand whether knowledge is perfect or not. उसको एक बार सुन लिया गुरु से, समझ में आ गया, बस वो सही है, उसके लिए कोई डबल एक्सपीरियंस नहीं चाहिए। एक्सपीरियंस मिला तो और बढ़ेगा उसका, कोई बात नहीं। Like a doctor who has simply learned from college, he has to do some medical checkup so that he will get experience, so he will have more perfection, understanding. So that is okay. But knowledge what he has gained from college, that is perfect. Knowledge में गड़बड़ नहीं है, उसको प्रैक्टिस कर लेना नॉलेज, बस उतना अंतर है।
तो स्थिति आए बिना दूसरे को नॉलेज भी देना,
कौन सा?
किसी भी चीज का एक स्थिति आने से पहले you give knowledge, that is
Okay, that is one thing. So what I am discussing here, that sthiti is separate thing. Whatever you have learned from your experience, from guru, you realize that knowledge, and realization requires service. You serve to guru, you realize that knowledge, and you speak to others. That is enough. So one may get experience, no problem. You may get experience, but again, experience does not say that knowledge is wrong and now knowledge is no. वो experience से आपको conviction आ सकता है knowledge में, और वो, but knowledge is knowledge. वो भगवान का जो knowledge है वो absolute level पे है, परम सत्य है, उसको कोई गिरा नहीं सकता experience के द्वारा. So experience is just to, so many times experience authenticates a process, not the, it does not authenticate the knowledge. Knowledge को नहीं authenticate कर सकता कि हाँ कि भाई नॉलेज सही था कि गलत था, मेरा एक्सपीरियंस मैच नहीं कर रहा। इसीलिए तो हमारा प्रोसेस क्या है, डिडक्टिव नॉलेज एंड इंडक्टिव नॉलेज। सो आवर प्रोसेस इज डिडक्टिव नॉलेज, इज कमिंग फ्रॉम गुरु परंपरा। यू कैन डू एक्सपेरिमेंट, डू आफ्टर एक्सपेरिमेंट विल हैव फेथ इन मोर इन नॉलेज, देन ओके। फिर भी नहीं भी होगा, फिर भी मानना ही पड़ेगा, मानना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि वो सत्य नॉलेज है। एक्सपीरियंस है नहीं है.
Theory is proven, you have to change according to time, place and circumstances. Future artists.
What theory?
Knowledge is perfect, no doubt. But as long we come down, we have to according to time, place and
Okay, you are saying okay, it has to be changed according. Yes.
knowledge is perfect, but according to time, place and circumstances, few changes are made.
Okay. Details sometimes can be changed. How to practice, like Manu Samhita says something. Knowledge is perfect. Now, how to follow in this age? Again, some acharya will tell follow in this way. But this is again should not be told by experienced man. It should be told by acharya. Again, he is also valuing the knowledge only. He is not valuing his experience. No. एक्सपीरियंस को वैल्यू करके अब नॉलेज को बदलो, वो गड़बड़ है. यही तो आजकल हो रहा है ना. लोगों को क्या लगता है कि अभी हमको मजा नहीं आ रहा है, चेंज कर दो. लाइक एनीथिंग चेंजेस हैपन इन मॉडर्न कॉन्टेक्स्ट. वो देखते हैं कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, लोगों को फेस हो रहा है, चेंज कर दो. बट द क्वेश्चन वाज वेदर द प्रीवियस रूल्स वाज ऑन नॉलेज और नॉट. Previous rule was also on experience, and then they are not getting good experience, then change it. So everything is still working on experience only. There is no knowledge. So just understand what is the knowledge.
इसके लिए प्रभु एक एग्जांपल अपन दे सकते हैं कि
No, example is I will give example. Like I gave example also. Like children. Children want anything. तो देन पेरेंट्स से इसको एक्सपीरियंस देना चाहिए. अच्छा, इसको दे दो, जो चाहिए इसको दे दो, ठीक है. बट व्हाट इज द नॉलेज? लालेत पंचवर्षाणि षोडशे वर्षे ताड़येत. डिसिप्लिन, ये नॉलेज है. अब उसको ताड़ना मतलब डिसिप्लिन करना है. अब ये नॉलेज है. अब इस डिसिप्लिन के पीरियड में आप ज्यादा उसको एक्सपीरियंस दोगे, उसको जो चाहे दे दो, तो देन यू आर ट्राइंग टू टीच योर चाइल्ड विद योर एक्सपीरियंस, not with the knowledge. This is very, very subtle thing. Like one mother, I have seen personally fight between one husband and wife. So husband was saying कि this child many times beats you. Mother को मारता था बच्चा. And when he sees the father, he used to be like fearful, क्योंकि father लगाते था. तो जब father बहुत angry होते थे, so then mother used to say, you should not treat children of this age of modern time like that. You should nicely treat them. तो फादर बोला, अरे हटो, नाइसली का एक छाटा मारूंगा इसको, सही हो जाएगा ये. तो he was in like aggression. So okay, so there are two things are there, like only on the कोर्ट में जब बैठे हो तो आप वहां पे सुनवाई हो सकती है, लेकिन पूरा लाइफ कोर्ट नहीं होना चाहिए. So that child was feeling his father was like a वकील only or judge only whole life. So that was a problem. So father was strict, but all the time. But what point he was saying was correct. When it comes to discipline, it has to be with the knowledge. Now if you bring too much experience कि बच्चों को कैसे experience होगा, then you worry about that in other ways. But knowledge should not be diluted. Otherwise people in modern times यही हो रहा है. People want to live with experience. ऐसे बहुत सारे example है. Like I said this is one point. Second point, like many people don't want to marry in modern times. क्यों? उनको experience नहीं अच्छा मिल रहा marriage के बाद. So then again, why the marriage sanskar is there? We learned yesterday say yagya for purification. Knowledge है वो. It's knowledge. Culture is based on knowledge. But they don't want. They are not getting good experience. And now why good experience is not happening? Because they are not trained. Now neither boys are trained properly nor girls are trained. So then they are also living their life on experience. So better work on training them. Protect the woman and train the man by the brahmachari. Then this is knowledge. Is it not? Prabhupada says the woman should be protected under her father, under her husband, under her grown-up sons. And the man should be trained in brahmacharya. And then when they come together, unite as a husband and wife, so then that marriage life will be successful. Correct? Because there will be respect, because there is proper character, proper chastity is there. So then this is not a life of experience. अभी क्या हो रहा है? Experience. बचपन से बिगड़े हैं, कॉलेज में आ जाते हैं और बिगड़ जाते हैं, और फिर पढ़ाई करते रहते हैं, पैसा कमाने का इच्छा है, इंजॉयमेंट का इच्छा है.
लाइक 12-13 साल का लड़का भी अमेरिका में कंपनी.
So you just see, if you evaluate this the whole thing, you will find the people are living on, it's a world of experience, it's not a world of knowledge. Knowledge means come from Vedas. Directly knowledge लो, practice करो, but नहीं, उनको experience चाहिए. इसीलिए तो इसको हटा दिया ना Vedas को. The main reason why people don't follow Vedas because they are not getting experience. So but Prabhupada, Acharya, he gave the experience of Vedic knowledge in Krishna consciousness. Yes, practical. We are dancing, we are eating prasad, we are doing so many sevas. Otherwise, for us also it was difficult to follow. So, but Prabhupada made it, he is Acharya, he made it possible. So, if you live life based on knowledge, and then we get the experience, then that is the right thing. But if you are living life based on illusion, and then you want to get experience, and then you want to say that your knowledge was false, that is the problem. That's why Krishna is saying you should go to proper guru and attain first knowledge. Knowledge लो, फिर यज्ञ करो, natural prosperity आएगी, enjoyment आएगा, happy रहेगा life. But first go to guru. He's not saying go to mall or go to college. Or they spoil all your character, everything. So we should not live in the world of experience, we should live in the world of knowledge.
If I phrase correctly, that is कि शब्द प्रमाण जरूरी है, बट साथ में प्रत्यक्ष हो जाए और अच्छा है. मतलब
करेक्ट ना, बट शब्द के बाद प्रत्यक्ष.
हाँ, शब्द के बाद
हाँ.
नॉलेज के बाद एक्सपीरियंस बने, बट नॉट ओनली जस्ट एक्सपीरियंस.
Yes.
शब्द
Yes,
के बाद
correct.
प्रत्यक्ष.
Knowledge तो होना ही चाहिए, then experience is okay.
Because we get mental cheated also if we don't experience.
Correct.
So
But again, you should always look for कि ये जो मेरे को एक्सपीरियंस मिल रहा है, इसका नॉलेज किधर है.
फर्स्ट इज नॉलेज.
हाँ, अभी मान लो हमको कोई सोल्यूशन, प्रॉब्लम को सोल्यूशन में लाना है, कोई सॉल्व करना है. सो वेदर आई एम सॉल्विंग दिस प्रॉब्लम बेस्ड ऑन माय एक्सपीरियंस और बेस्ड ऑन द नॉलेज, यू शुड ऑलवेज थिंक अबाउट इट. जो नॉलेज शास्त्रों में दिया है, जैसे बिगिनिंग में टॉक मटेरियल प्रॉब्लम स्पिरिचुअल सॉल्यूशन, व्हाट इज द नॉलेज आत्मा. So this is important actually. This is knowledge and the supreme knowledge. In the similar way, relative knowledge are also there. Knowledge. So basically, like okay, I don't want to like Charvak Muni say that our knowledge थोड़ी है. घी पियो, ऋण लेके भी है. ऋणम कृत्वा घृतम पीवेत, यावत् जीवेत सुखम जीवेत, भस्मीं भूतस्य देहस्य, किम पुनरागतो भवेत्. किसने देखा दोबारा कोई आएगा. ऋण लेके घी पियो. अभी नॉलेज है क्या? कुछ भी बोल रहे हैं. So this is again not knowledge. Knowledge should come from right guru, self-realized soul. Then based upon that knowledge, if you have any experience, that is good. But if there is only experience, like Daksha says na to Narada, let my children should have experience. Why you are converting them? So he said, I simply gave them knowledge, and they liked it and they went ahead. But no, let them have experience. What experience? Even after getting beating for so many years, they will never change. Because even suffering is attractive in this world. So therefore, we have to raise people in knowledge, not in experience. Experience करके लोग भूल जाएंगे. उनका सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन कभी इस चीज के पीछे रहेगा, फिर इस चीज के पीछे रहेगा. जब नॉलेज रहेगा तो ना इसके पीछे ना इसके पीछे. They will understand why I am relating to this sense object, for how much time, how many, what is the reason. Again, I have to come back. Knowledge. So knowledge is important. Knowledge helps us to detach. Also, therefore, in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, "Cut this tree with the weapon of detachment." So, without knowledge, there cannot be detachment. Knowledge has to be there. Knowledge can only create detachment. If there is a perfect knowledge, detachment comes. If the knowledge is not perfect, detachment will not come. It will still be slacking. Okay. Prabhupada says, for the want of sufficient knowledge in the absolute science, we are now covered with illusion, and therefore we think that we are separate from Krishna. Thus, again here, knowledge. Prabhupada mentions sufficient knowledge. Although we are separated part and parcel of Krishna, we are nevertheless not different from Him. The bodily difference of the living entity is Maya, or not actual fact. We all are meant to satisfy Krishna. By Maya alone, Arjuna thought that the temporary bodily relationship with kinsmen are more important. Okay. Let us go ahead. So other things are quite new. अपि चेतसि पापेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः पापकृत्तमः सर्वं ज्ञानप्लवेनैव वृजीनं सन्तरिष्यसि. Yes.
Even if you are considered to be the most sinful of all sinners, when you are situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge, you will be able to cross over the ocean of misery.
So from here onward, this is the sloka number 36. So benefits of and the glories of knowledge, jnana. So 35 till 38. So what we are going to know? The benefits of knowledge. So in the previous verse, what are the benefit of knowledge? You will see, you will never fall to illusion, and you will also see everyone connected to me. The second benefit here Krishna mentions, even if you are considered the most sinful of all sinners, when you are situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge, you will be able to cross over the ocean of misery. This is another thing you can see. The knowledge can even take a person beyond the sinful life. Transcendental knowledge mentioned. Even the person is considered the most sinful of all the sinners. Just imagine about this statement. क्या बोला जा रहा है? Considered. But when you are situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge, you will be able to cross. It means the activity might be very sinful, but if you have gained that knowledge from some self-realized soul and you have faith in that knowledge, then you are beyond that reactions of that sinful activity. That is what mentioned here. इसलिए to get a guru, proper self-realized guru, or to get a Vaishnava guru is so rare. It said one can get माता पिता in कुत्ता के जीवन में, बिल्ली के जीवन में, मनुष्य के जीवन, but to get a bona fide spiritual master Vaishnava is very rare, because he can immediately cut off all sins immediately, and that is why it is said diksha. Diksha matlab dik means jnana, divya jnana. So guru what he gives? Diksha. Dik matlab divya jnana. Sha means finish off your sinful reactions. All sinful actions are taken by Gurudev, and he gives the transcendental knowledge, which is mentioned here. So that transcendental knowledge can lift the disciple from the so-called illusory, sense gratificatory and sinful life. It can take that person up in the air, and he will not be affected. It is possible, it's mentioned here. If somebody is in that knowledge, boat of that transcendental knowledge, if somebody is moving in the life in the boat of transcendental, means he is having faith in the words of Guru, and he is following that. कितना important बोला गया ना, यशदेव परा भक्ति यथा देव तथा गुरु. So that knowledge is so powerful. The proper understanding of one's constitutional position in relationship to Krishna is so nice that it can at once lift one from the struggle of existence, struggle for existence, which goes on in the ocean of nescience. Yes, many devotees you may find, they may from a Western country, they may earn money and come to India. In Mayapur, many devotees, and they have faith in the words of Guru, and they started living. See, there are many incidents, they may also fall down. ऐसे भी incidents हैं कि जिसमें कई लोगों ने सब कुछ छोड़ा, बाद में again they have to go for work. So again, it does not mean that again the knowledge is wrong. Again, knowledge is not wrong. Knowledge is not wrong. But the way it has to be applied, it ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है. But again the way also, let it be the way also. That is way only. But knowledge is not wrong. So sometimes people by getting a wrong experience, they say knowledge बेकार है. अरे knowledge बेकार नहीं है, knowledge correct है. आप उसको सही से समझ के लगाओ, वो ठीक है. So spiritual master says that you have to dedicate your life to Krishna. Now this knowledge is not wrong. उसको कैसे लगाना उसको समझो. Then you should ask more inquiries from spiritual master, and then he says that you do this thing, and then he leaves at certain place. Like one time, someone asked a question to Radhanath Maharaj. Maharaj, in Bombay, the rates of flats are increasing very much. So it's becoming too difficult for devotees to purchase. What was 3 lakh, very old data, 3 lakh, and now it's a 10 lakh change. So if devotees go away from this community, then they will lose association of devotees. So then it will be difficult for them. So what to be done? So how to bring that much money? How to be in association of devotees? Take home in Bombay. Then Maharaj said that Anukulasya sankalpa pratikulasya bhajana. He said that so he said one practical answer. He said that we have seen that wherever our devotees have gone, they have opened a good center. They have inspired many other people to take up to bhakti. I have seen personally. Maharaj said like that. Another thing Maharaj said that if devotees can spend, can earn, and can live simple, they can earn in beginning 10 lakh ka kharid ke rakh lo and live simple, some sacrifice. So then it is okay. They will be in association. And if it is not possible for them, so then they understand ki what is uncool for me. I have to go to some other place and I have to practice bhakti. So he gave both the options. So if you want to live there, so Maharaj did not say that okay, we will now start reducing the rent. So now it's up to devotees. Mumbai में भी कौन सी locality में रहना है, थोड़ा दूर रह लो. But Maharaj ने ज्ञान दे दिया. क्या ज्ञान दिया? अनुकूल से संकल्प, प्रतिकूल से वर्जन. Anywhere you go, you should not stop doing bhakti. Don't stop bhakti first. This is knowledge. Now बाकी adjustment है. आप यहाँ पे रह लो, उधर रह लो, उधर रह लो, कैसे भी करो. बट अनुकूल से संकल्प, प्रतिकूल से वर्जन. प्रतिकूल छोड़ना है, अनुकूल के लिए संकल्प लेना है. तो आज मैं इधर जा रहा हूँ, अगर मान लो यहाँ पे मेरी भक्ति नहीं हो पा रही है, तो वापस आ जाओ इधर, क्योंकि नॉलेज थोड़ी चेंज हुआ है. वहां पे अनुकूल नहीं हो पा रहा तुम्हारी भक्ति को, इधर आ जाओ, इधर भक्ति करोगे. तो ये है. So this is the thing actually. Anukula sankalpa pratikula se bandhan. So we need a maturity also surely in that. So Maharaj gave a very nice answer. So he did not give some relative answer, do find out this thing, that thing. He gave a knowledge. Okay, now you find it out how you can adjust. Either karna, उधर करना.
Commercials का तुम देख लो. I have given the knowledge.
Yes, because that is for some people they can live peacefully with small meager facilities and in the costly place. For some people not possible. They want to live with luxury. So फिर they can go to some far place and then they can choose take out home लो वहाँ पे फिर रहो वहाँ पे भक्तों का community ready करो या मुंबई में दूर रहो कहीं पे. So these are some practical things. So but knowledge is the anukula sankalpa pratikula se varjanam. We should not take anything which is pratikul to our bhakti. This material is sometimes regarded as an ocean of innocence and sometimes as blazing forest. In the ocean, however expert a swimmer may be, the struggle of existence is very severe. If someone comes forward and lifts the struggling swimmer from the ocean, he is the greatest savior. So see, that is why it mentioned, the more, Prabhupada says, the more one lifted from struggle of material existence, it is because of his faith. Everybody is hearing in the same class. Same, all lectures, all are hearing. But some will have more faith, some will have less faith. And after going from here, one will lead his life in different way. एक अलग तरीके से जिएगा, एक अलग तरीके से जिएगा. It will happen. Why? Because of difference in faith. Knowledge is same. But now how much faith he has in that knowledge. How much he understands and how much he applies. So in that way. So therefore some devotees they can live simple way and other devotees they say, अरे तुम इतना simple कैसे रह सकते हो? It depends upon, we have seen many Prabhupada disciples, their faith was too much, staunch faith. Just by distributing books they can live their life. Some people like that. Like if you see Loknath Swami Maharaj, yes, Padayatra, too much. कौन कर सकता है? Can you do? पदयात्रा means पूरा all India घुमाना बैलगाड़ी चल के जाना. Just to imagine some brahmacharis were some going from one place to another, उतना दूर तक चलना. It requires a faith, great faith. So Prabhupada says that this transcendental knowledge can lift one from the struggle for existence. So one is doing a struggle with his own mind and senses and his perception of life, even though he has some transcendental knowledge. Other person is free from such struggle for existence, and then he is simply living in knowledge and faith coming from Guru. Difference is there actually. This is mentioned here. The boat of Krishna consciousness is very simple, but at the same time the most sublime. यथेधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निर्भस्म सत्कुरुते अर्जुन ज्ञानाग्नि सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
As a blazing fire turns for firewood to ashes. O Arjuna, so does the fire of knowledge burn to ashes all reactions to material activities?
Ignorant. So, okay. So this is the third benefit, the third shloka. So it destroys all the reactions of material activities. Who is doing? Haribol, who is the host? Disable this annotation.
You're the host.
I'm the host, eh?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you just see this. Blazing fire turns the firewood to ashes. In the similar way, the fire of knowledge burns the ashes of all reactions to material activities. This
It looks like we are lost Prabhuji again. Oh, मी करतो का?
Hare Krishna, Anish Prabhuji. Is Arjunishwar Prabhuji coming back or?
I'll check. I'm checking.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah, we have some minutes only. We will be ending after some minutes, so just have patience. So I was saying that whenever some problem comes in our life, we hear from our mentors and counselors that you increase your rounds so that you get rid of your problem. Many times some practical solutions are also given and spiritual solutions are also given. So material problems have both spiritual solution and material solution as well. Just
हाँ प्रभु जी हरि बोल। हाँ आप कहाँ पे आप आ गए हैं क्या? हाँ आप आ गए क्या? हाँ हैव यू कम प्रभु जी, हैव यू कम?
हाँ बोलिए प्रभु जी, कहाँ प्रभु ड्रॉप करना है?
उनको सेवा ऑफिस में, ये अपना एनबीसीसी में लेकर आइए।
हाँ एनबीसीसी में लेके आए हो, इधर जो परसों का लाइन लगा है ना, भीड़ गाड़ी जाएगी नहीं आगे, इधर खड़ा हो प्रभु।
तो उनको सेवा ऑफिस में जाना है, सेवा ऑफिस में।
हाँ ठीक है बोल दिया प्रभु जी, उनको सामने जाना है।
हाँ ठीक है।
just 1 minute. So I was saying, Hare Krishna, I was saying that there is a material solution and a spiritual solution. So many times our minds are disturbed more than solution to the problems which we want to see. Many times our minds are disturbed to handle that problem. उसको handle नहीं कर पाते. Otherwise there is no need of much like spirituals already we are practicing. Like day-to-day problem comes we can handle. But when we come to our counselor or mentors, when our minds are disturbed, like Arjuna approaching Krishna, mind is disturbed, not able to understand. So then that time we understand that spiritual solution is more important. And with spiritual solution, we will start understanding how to apply our brain to solve materially. Like fights between two Vaishnava or management problems. So how? So then one has to understand, one has to go a little higher in consciousness and then start seeing oneself and the other person in a right perspective. And then start seeing the problem later. पहले अपने को ठीक से देखो, दूसरे को ठीक से देखो, फिर प्रॉब्लम को देखो. Like that. Okay. So this is the third benefit. Prabhupada says perfect knowledge of self and super self and of their relationship is compared herein to fire. This fire not only burns up all the reactions to impious activities but also all the reactions to pious activities, turning them to ashes. there are many stages of reactions in making, reactions in fruit. You will know that. What is this? Kutam, Bijam, Phalonmukham, Prarabdha, Aprarabdha. So this whole cycle of vicious, sinful activities. तो अप्रारब्ध, कूटम, बीजम, फलोन्मुखम, प्रारब्ध. फिर दोबारा अप्रारब्ध, कूटम, बीजम, फलोन्मुखम.
Don't get it.
Okay, it means if like somebody commits some theft, चोरी किया. So कूटम is proclivity to again do theft, again चोरी करने के लिए. हाँ, नहीं, डिजायर बाद में, वो सीड में आता है. तो पहले क्या है, चोरी करने का एक टेंडेंसी आ गया उसके अंदर, टेंडेंसी मतलब